I was gonna grab my controller. Dude. I was gonna grab that. Oh, honey, you say you do that, and you do end up sitting on it though. So it's like I was just gonna grab that.
No, you're not. No, he's pulling off the
Yeah, I'm just rocking a different watch for now. Since I'm in here, I like this one. I'll even look at them, but don't be fucking with them. Here, do me a favor though. Put this back in the blank spot. There's a blank spot down there. Just set it in there. Yeah, I want to size this one. Gabe, look at your wrist compared to mine now. Like you're, I don't know, you're close, but, and look, like it's supposed to be down here, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to have, like, a link on each, huh? Can you wear one? You know, I'm not gonna have him get mad at you. I'm not gonna have him get mad at you.
Oh, that's... You okay, Dad?
Yeah. I probably won't wear it. That's too big, dude.
My friend has the same ones, like, with the same color.
Oh no, Hidden Hills. Oh, okay, he is right. This is Hidden Hills. I thought it was Armani.
I mean, I can lift it. I have my...
That's really nice, though. That's a nice watch.
Yeah. My friend had to do like 5 or 10 weight ones, and guess what he wanted me to use? He wanted me to use the 5 one. Break off. I'm using the 15 count. I'm getting
I love you too.
you better because you got your shit together and I'm really going through it. I don't think you have a clue what it feels like doing dirt, knowing in your heart you ain't want to do it. I don't got one G-bone in my body, I ain't never gang bang. I don't know nothing about it. I'm a claim to be a thug nigga or Illuminati, but there really no telling what I do.
Tell me you want something to do. Well, just hold on a second, because Mom's doing something. I'll get you something in a sec.
What are you doing? Are you doing that for a second? And now you have a watch?
Huh?
Now you have a watch?
Uncle David's letting me wear it. Oh, shit.
Did you guys buy me a cord? Oh. Can I get this water? My mom said I can have this water. Can you open this water for me? And my mom said I can have it.
I like it, but I must take this one because it fits me.
You going to be on for a while, Snake?
Yeah, you're gonna have to hold on though. I gotta make some.
Damn, that's a coughing attack, bro.
Don't know better. You're gonna be dehydrated. Hold on, we're gonna make you some Kool-Aid. Just hold on a sec. You're not dying. Okay, we're gonna make you some Kool-Aid.
Show me your skill. Samurai! Oto yandak bolokwi.
I kept grabbing my controller, I kept like turning, or it was like banging. Yeah, I'd have to like wear my bandana on my wrist or some shit like that. Yeah, you got some nice stuff. No, okay. What'd he say?
Thank you.
I can't go gangbang? I can't go gangbang, baby? Aw, I don't get to throw in my wife?
Send your best, that you know.
anything that I want to. I'm gonna dance on the moon like Michael. Elevate. While I'm driving the move up and in the sky, especially the beach, I'm beside of the view. Because I happen to move is a couple of I'm alive and I used to get stuck inside of the cuties. I never lie, but the truth is I'm fucking tired of these losers. All my life wonder when it's summertime and on the corner, heard you niggas got the juice, but I got corona. Got a little Spanish bitch, I call her Maricona. Jordan Lucas, bitch, I'm hotter than the fucking sauna. Yeah, I make you niggas elevate. All you new niggas don't do it for me, look. Bitch and the professor, you a student to me, what? Since I done shaved gone, like you cooler than me, what? You win, you a loser. Pick one, talk to the battle. Give me that battle, I'm with academy. What the little niggas try to grab me? 5'5", boy, you niggas not having me. You don't wanna see the other side of me. Hard to make them happy, all these bitches stay mad at me. I just might take her out to Applebee's. Give a long dick and a strawberry dagger. Or the cheesecake factory bubbling while you mumbling. What you utter, stop it. What you spin, let me double it. Nah, green Rory, two twins, call them double men. If all you pussy niggas my kids, I'm in trouble. Shut up, boy, thank you for acting up. Now I'm waking up in Cabanas, bitch, you bad as fuck. Ain't all girls don't want bananas, that's your chain is tough. You really rack with the strap, you cross this, make you jump. I crisscross with the pump, ain't no grease in the trunk. Leave that shit for the chumps. I still get what I want, don't wanna believe
Nobody will fight.
I'm taking a leap from my side.
Correct shit, non-conjo.
I don't really feel these niggas. Hold up, I ain't gotta pay to kill these niggas. How much money need to fuck around and build these niggas? Vet, so I'm finna goodwill these niggas. I'ma steal these niggas. I should grill these niggas. Take flicks, fresh prints. I'ma feel these niggas. Oh shit, I'm the shit. You can smell me, nigga. Break ribs, yeah, you don't want no real beef, nigga. I say after I'm a nigga when I tear apart the big house, you acting like a pig, you fucking filthy, nigga. Now the police tryna lock me in the prison, said I'm guilty. I think come and kill me, nigga. People forgot that I'm psycho.
No, because I smoked the pill and he was just like, he kept trying to walk off the one, so I was like, here, the one that we was hitting me right back in the kid, because that was the new shit. I'm like, go ahead, like, here, you can have one. It was like a skinny one.
Oh, what's up, boss? How you doing?
He was like, oh, I appreciate it. I told you I was gonna give you one.
Hey.
Ready? To the...
Shoulders, I was running over every motherfucker who ain't wanna get in my ride. I was watching, you was shopping, ain't never had this shit on my side. Now I'm popping,
Leon?
Stomping all up in a rack, hover all up in a way. Elephants, a couple lines and a zebra with the heaters in your face and leave you with the monkeys. The banana clip is funny, watch her pull apart your little face. And I've been in the jungle with the fucking ape trying to wanna slay peace in the cave. Nigga, this is what you call Jumanji. Ain't no new Bugatti, just a deuce, shotty. Big enough to make Bruce Potty turn a Bruce Jenner to a new hobby. I ain't cool with nobody, I'm just a motherfucking soul, nigga. Even let the Grand Reaper know, nigga. Put it on my tombstone when I die here. Nigga, 7 side of my world. 27 years till I comfortable enough to call a bitch my girl. You are now looking at a monster. 85 teeth, 39 deep, 26 beats, running like the fucking military with an M16. Influenced by George Bush, burn your whole city with a blue torch. Then I ride out in the tour bus, and I hot side in the force truck like black guys, like a black pride, nigga. Black lives, but a black eye, shadow, black nine, bevel, bang, bang, move back, nigga. Why lie? Every night I pray to my God, I don't gotta wait too blah blah, and I never gave two cock eyes. I'm a heavyweight new prime time, and I'm a make fight. night with a Kimbo slice for your neck. And I put my fucking life in the script. It's a movie, put my life in the shit. Pack a mag and we can get it cracking like it. Back when I was trying to make it happen, nothing. I've been trying to rap it. If that doesn't happen, I'ma stack it till I turn a packet to another packet till I stack it up and cap it big enough to put a fucking bomb inside of blow flames on a fire. Beat the dragon, Bin Laden, ain't got shit on. I don't think you understand. You were really looking at the devil, nigga. I don't think you wanna dance. Meet me in the clouds in the smoke, nigga. I hope, nigga, you ain't never stood a chance. You ain't never could have banned. Should have banned with a band. Look at him, trying to look at all up in your face. Popping all up in the face. None of it's a couple lines and a cheetah with the heaters in your face. I leave you with the monkeys, a banana clip. It's funny, watch you pull up, punch your little face. And I've been in the jungle with your fucking aim. Trying to find a flame piece in the cave, nigga. This is what you call too much. So fuck you and your in-laws. Never grew up on that shot, but I grew up on menthols. And I smoked to my fucking lungs breathe, and I choked to my fucking bleeding. Your mom's scripts and your sub leaks.
Jin, you found me.
You handled that well.
Shut up,
I should have heard him coming. Let myself get distracted. These people saw Mongols marching prisoners upriver. They had a blacksmith with them. Sounds like it. They were taking him to a camp near the Canada Inlet.
I know the place.
You got him in, my nigga? Yo. Hey, yo, you got him in? Alright. Back when I was in his prime, I was writing 9-1, get a job. I was trees and I was getting mine.
Did you find any samurai to free your uncle?
Not yet. But I'm still searching.
I'm sure you'll find someone soon.
Get up, if you try stopping this, turn into a
No, I'm just saying, let me blame him. Stop complaining.
shit, mopping up a nigga, cock another glocka. With a bunch of niggas down in Omalaka, put the biggest cock up all up in your mama. Wanna follow, beat you like a fella, like it's no tomorrow, bitch, you wanna swallow, holla. Get up, if you try stopping this, turn into a fucking mind, not so busy, put a nigga down, you will stop and get your father, shit, mopping up a nigga, cock another
I don't know. No, that was like a soundtrack thing. I don't know, I'd have to really get
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
You know, I ain't really got to fuck with it too much.
That affects an individual's ability to focus, causing them to move around more frequently. They may also have trouble controlling their impulsive behaviors.
One time for them praying on my downfall. Yeah. 2 times for the homies in the child hall. 3 times for them hoes on the internet shitting on niggas when they really should get out more. 4 times for the days I was all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD. Just kidnap a nigga like Isaac. Turn the whole world to a crisis. Walk around the city with an ice pick. I've been paranoid. Usually I ain't like this. Ain't no telling how crazy I might get. Beat the police with a nightstick. In my whole life I've been lifeless. Now so fly. Fuck a couple hoes till I pass out. Niggas throwing stones in my glass house. I remember sleeping on my dad's couch. Now I got the Bentley and it's blacked out. Family looking at me like a cash cow. Everybody dissing just to have clout. Thought you had a chance, now you asked out. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking man. Where you at now? Fuck it, I'ma hit him till they jumping. I ain't tripping. This is nothing. I've been living in the dungeon. I done held a couple grudges. What the hell? I got a jack to meet the devil. I'm a cousin. I ain't settling for nothing. Got the middle in the truck and keep it semi when the bustin'. I just want the money. I don't need a budget. I've been hungry. I ain't got no weapon, but I got the weapon. Nigga, how you gonna move on the front line? If I don't fuck with you, I just cut ties. My high school teacher said I'd never be shit. To that bitch said I turned out just fine. And no, I don't know you for the 12th time. We do not share the same bloodline. You let her run your mouth like a tough guy. Hope you keep the same energy when it's crunch time.
According to the American Psychiatric Association, it affects roughly 8% of children and 10% of adults. Commonly believed to only affect boys because they are perceived as rowdy and rambunctious.
1 time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for them bitches in the South Shore. 3 times for them bitches on the block. Shot by the cops like a motherfucking outlaw. 4 times for the days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6
Time for the kid like me who got ADHD. I don't know.
Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground. Yeah, we deserve what's beef. Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on the beat.
Kill them all, nah, what's beef?
Beef is brothers hanging over shit that never mattered in the first place. Lying in the street, what's beef? Beef is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a gas. When enough time passes, you blast. Kinda like John Wick bars, like a convict. Fuck around and you don't wanna start shit. Coming with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never cop it, boy, just stop. High end drunk, all that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. And I murder with precision all over your television. I'm numero uno, number 1 in you, it's just a subdivision. Never listen, we gon' leave them missing. That's the mission like ISIS.
my papers there. Go ahead. Leave a time, I'm a pain with your mind. No, my last breath. Is everybody living on the surface? But we came from the underground, yeah, we deserve it.
I just said it's right by your bed. Keep it up.
Rihanna just hit me on a text. Last night I left hickeys on her neck. Wait, you just dissed me, I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line, compliment me on the next. Damn, I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Was watching 8 Mile on my Naughta track. Realized I forgot to call you back. Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap.
Leon!
Stand, son, listen.
You're about to fuck you up.
Mad, but how you gonna name yourself after a damn gun?
Keep fucking screaming like that.
Giant smoke, eyes open, undeniable. Supplying smoke, got the fire stove. See you got me in a
You got something to drink and now he's still fucking screaming. Like, are you fucking serious? Dude, I'm about to come in there with the bout. I really am.
But you're a fucking molehill, and now I'll make a mountain out of you. Oh, chill, acting like you put the chrome barrel to my bone marrow. Gonna beat you ain't a bow and arrow, say you're running for me like a phone bill. Spraying lead, playing dead, that's the only time you hold still. Are you eating cereal or oatmeal? What the fuck's in the bowl, milk? Wheaties or Cheerios? Cause I'm taking a shit in them, Kelly, I need reading material. Your last 4 albums suck, go back to recovery. Oh shoot, that was 3 albums ago. What do you mean? You're back, luxury, oh, bitch, yeah. I had enough money in 02 to burn it in front of you, ho. Younger me, no, you done whacked me. It's funny but so true. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you. Celebrating old age, looking fill a whole page with a 10-year-old's rage. Got more fans than you in your own city. Low kitty, go play. Feel like I'm babysitting Lil Tay. Got the ditty okay, so you spend your whole days in the video. Just fucking dig your own grave. Got you get your own way. Got me
Did they?
never be the list next to no Iggy, no
Oh,
Jay
I
next to
did,
Taylor
what?
Swift. And that Iggy ho, you about to really blow. Kelly, they'll be putting your name next to Ty, next to Benzino. Pie, motherfucker, like the last motherfucker saying alien vein, alien brain. Satanist. My biggest flops are your greatest hits. The game's mine again and ain't nothing changed but the lock. So before I say this bitch, I'm on. Give Jade a kiss. Gotta wait to play the date of this.
Dude, you're gonna fuck up my shit. Because yeah, you gotta understand, bro, I'm just playing it myself. I'm not trying to watch your stream, what? You're gonna spoil shit for me, bro.
At least you didn't get those large readers. Those motherfuckers would have been big as fuck. Here.
What?
Did you get the shirts or the beaters?
Beaters.
But yeah, the shirts. He said you added the shirt.
I thought David was gonna. He started being all shitty. Stomp that one. Right by your foot. Not shoot it over at me.
Dude, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. It's right there.
I swatted it.
Bitch that bitch by a mile.
I did not.
I love letter.
Taka can help you after we save him. Hard to believe I might see him soon.
He's lucky to have you.
He might disagree.
That's what siblings are for.
What about you? Any brothers or sisters?
Lord Shimura is my only family.
What will you do when he's free?
Take a breath. Because then I'll know there's hope for our island.
You feel that strongly?
I've watched him win victory against impossible odds. And after your brother is free, what then?
Honestly, I haven't had time to think about it. You're riding well. How are your wounds?
Mostly healed. Your bandages did the trick.
You don't share much about how you feel, do you?
I suppose you're right. My uncle taught me that a samurai masters his emotions, like you master a horse or a blade.
That's a hard way to live.
It's not supposed to be easy. Let's go, Kage. There's a spot up ahead that overlooks the river.
Should give us a good view of the Mongol camp. There's the camp. Tough to get inside.
The Mongols threw that place together in days. There has to be a way in. Let's look.
We need to reach Taka without putting him in danger.
We'll find a safe approach. You can scale the rocks on that side.
If they're loose, they might give way. Alert the guards.
Defenses in back are formidable. The front wall there is still under construction.
Could be a way in. We can look for a gap in the front wall. Slip inside.
And cut down the Mongols where they stand.
If something goes wrong, they'll kill the prisoners. I've seen them do it. We have to go in quietly.
Like thieves.
What's wrong with that?
Before the samurai, this island was ruled by criminals. We changed that by creating order and delivering justice in the open. We live by a code of honor. And sometimes we die by it. Warriors like my father, who just wanted to give us a safer home.
I want the same thing.
No, Isaac.
But we have to fight back.
You can't do that. You got his ankle.
I promised my uncle I'd never break our code.
Then bend it. To save my family. And what's left of yours.
Let's get a closer look. See what we're up against.
We should wait until it gets darker.
Let's move.
Well, no, I'm just saying, him falling over.
Taka. He's been through a lot. Even before the invasion.
But you took care of him.
Someone had to. He hated when I stole. But it was that or starve. I didn't have a choice.
I didn't choose to be a samurai either. But going against my instincts, my code.
It's better than getting wiped out by the Mongols. We have to fight back. Any way we can.
Through here.
If they see us, they'll kill the prisoners.
Then we better stay quiet. And open their throats.
Make a thing of Kool-Aid, then I'm also gonna go and grab some stuff here in a little bit.
What do you think, Jin?
The bear's running with a limp. Your arrow wounded him.
This is when a beast is most dangerous. Remain alert.
Yes, Uncle.
Keep after him.
I didn't think bears lived here.
They don't. But the fighting in Yarikawa drove some this way.
So it's the rebels' fault. We should feed them to this bear as punishment.
We are not barbarians, Jin.
The bear stumbled here. Is it dying?
No, but we're getting closer. Stay ready, Jin.
Yes, Uncle. If it's still alive, can I take the shot?
Prove you can control your emotions. Then, perhaps.
We got him.
Careful. He could still be alive. This arrow should not have killed him.
Look, Uncle. There's a gash in his side. Not from an arrow.
An assassin! From Yarikawa!
Traitor! You would stab the Chido in the back!
No, Sakai! Control yourself. We are not criminals, like this man here. We are samurai.
He tried to kill you! He must answer for this crime with his life.
And look him in the eye. And teach him that samurai never acts out of anger or fear. And take his life with honor. When we fight, we face our enemy head on. And when we take their life, we look them in the eye with courage and respect. This is what makes us samurai. Only cowards strike from the shadows.
Jin, what's wrong?
Let's find your brother.
We can't let them see us.
Use all your senses. Think and move like a...
Bracelet 300. My bad, my bad. Had to unplug my headset, my kid was screaming. Okay, so I can kind of listen almost like in Last of Us. It sounds like. How in Last of Us you could like listen through the wall.
What is it? We definitely don't want to have. I want to pack a diaper bag and have it in the car. That way we have it in the car. Hear me? We don't have to have a lot on the trip tomorrow. That way I ain't gotta worry about doing it every fucking time. Holding your Bob down? Are you holding it? Yeah, 15 days. I'm only at 67.
Oh. Wrong button. Ow. Where'd the other guy go? There's another guy here. What's he do? Taking all your stuff.
Oh, this one. I'm gonna make party of burgers.
Right.
Later now.
Yeah. I'm about to complete this. I'm gonna complete this part and then I'm gonna probably play some COD for a little bit. I don't see anybody else.
Send you one. I have to kind of get it.
There, a prisoner.
Taka?
Let's find out. No, it's not Taka.
Oh, it's alright, it's cool, whatever.
How'd you get in here?
We need to go. We'll talk when it's safe.
Come on.
Let's get to the river. We'll be safe there. Are you with the Straw Hat Ronin?
I was. Cut ties with them after they started running low on rations.
Lord Shimura's been captured, and I could use some extra swords to free him. Are you looking for work?
No, but the other Straw Hats may be. Last I heard, they were hunting Mongols in Tsutsu Prefecture, by the coast near the Kishi grasslands.
What? Okay. Where?
This way. We're looking for my brother, a blacksmith named Taka.
Don't know him, but a lot of prisoners move through here.
You said they were moving the slaves. Where?
They mentioned Azamo Bay. And there was a blacksmith in the last group. Young man with a beard. From Yarikawa, maybe.
You'd better be right.
I hope you find your blacksmith.
Taka's alive in Azamo Bay.
The town is surrounded by walls. Rushing in without a plan will only put him in more danger.
I have a friend who might be able to get us inside.
Find him. The sooner we rescue Taka, the sooner we save my uncle.
Jin. Taka will forge whatever tool you need as soon as he's free. But after that, we're leaving the island.
You've seen what the Mongols are doing here. Lord Shimura can stop them. Stay. Help us fight for a home.
Home is wherever Taka and I go. My friend lives in Azamo Prefecture, on the border with Tsutsu.
I'll find you there.
I know this wasn't easy. Going against your code.
I did what I had to.
Thank you.
Lord Shimura, you deserve better than this. Convince your people to stop resisting, and you can walk free.
Stop wasting my time. Kill me.
You think you've lost everything. But your nephew is still alive. My men control the roads. They build war camps near your towns. They see everything, and they will find him.
Lord Sakai will fight until his last breath. As will I.
You love him. Just as you love your people. You're a father to them. Will you abandon your children?
Bullshit.
I won't make them your slaves.
Okay, I like that. Perfect parry. Dink. Dink. Alright, now what was that? Perfect healing parry. Oh, okay. Alright, heals you some. Tight. Oh, okay, yeah. taking me though, buddy? Where we going? Follow the lucky fox. Da-da-da-da. What?
I just killed the guy who killed me the first time. Now you realize it. He thought some shit was gonna go down and stuff.
I wonder if Sensei Ishikawa survived the invasion.
Where am I at? I'm on the wrong side anyway. I gotta go back over here. Oh, this is the area I was just saying.
Quickly, Kage!
Shit.
Good horse.
Another samurai? Alive? I thought Lord Jinroku was the only one.
I don't know the name.
He's in Kashine, my lord. I'm sure he would be happy to see you.
I'm curious to meet him.
faster with your horse. It's like the run stick. And that.
Good.
Here!
My lord, anything to offer from your hunting?
I'll see you again.
I look forward to hearing of your victories.
Forgive me, my lord, but you look fatigued. Have you endured much hardship?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. But yes, I could use a rest.
You should visit my sister in Hiyoshi Springs. I was sick, so she insisted I bathe in the waters. I could feel the life returning to my body.
Sounds like just what I need.
I don't know.
How many horses you suppose the Mongols brought on their ships? Must be hundreds.
What's up, Split?
May Kami protect your path, my lord.
My mother believed Inari was my guardian. She saw a fox chasing fireflies outside our home the day I was born.
She knew that foxes are Inari's messengers in our world. When you see one, always follow where it leads.
I will. Thank you.
Oh man, just sitting around smoking, playing Ghost. Huh? He'd been smoking. He was just out of, he didn't have any, remember? Cause he was in Dubai. No, I went and got us some some platinum vapes, some fucking really good crumble wax, and oh yeah. I mean, that's what I was having. My brother just started frequenting Habs now out here. And I had to tell him, I'm like, look, because he was like, oh, this place has got this, and this place has got that. And I'm like, look, I'm going to be real with you, bro. I'm like, because, you know, he's sober now from drinking. You know, he's getting back into smoking. And I'm like, look, you got to watch the flower. The flower is where they get you, because just because it look good and smell good don't mean a fucking thing. You know, you got to be careful. I'm like, the only thing that's guaranteed is and that's almost hard to say, is the vape and the wax, the vape and the wax. Like, well, and what I mean by that is, like, usually they're mid-grade to, like, just they're what I would say is good. It's always to say it is what you get, you know, so you get what you pay for, but it's their top shelf that people get got at, because this is what either happens, and this is because there's too many growers that don't know what they're doing. It either looks really good and smells good, and you know, it's probably that the THC count's low, because it just don't do its job, or they break into it and it's moldy. The buds get, you know, you break the buds open and it's kind of moldy, or then it's like the shit don't look good or smell good, but it's actually fire. You know what I mean? I told him, I'm like, you got to be careful. I'm like, don't go in there buying, because he went and bought, like, he went to one called Bloom and bought like 9 grams. And I'm like, see, and they were like, it was like 15 a piece, and they taxed him for each gram. No, you're good. Right, and see here, no, see, I can get that at the place, the rec I go to. Like, all right, for instance, if they have it advertised, all right, we got sour diesel and Gorilla Glue wax, you know, and we got shatter for 30, or I mean shatter for like 25, and we got, you know, crumble for 30. If you buy 2 grams, it's 30 bucks, or I mean it's 60 bucks, or 50 bucks. Now if you go to Bloom, it's like 50 plus, like, I think they charge, dude, I got like 2 grams for them, and it was like, from them, and it was like 38 bucks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, and she was like, oh, come back. She was like, come back. I'm like, yeah, like, we'll see. Let me smoke the weed first. Like, I you know, and don't get me wrong. It was funny too, because one of my buddies, like, I smoked with one of my buddies I ain't seen in a long time, and he's like, damn. He's like, that stuff, it tastes really good. He was like, but I don't know the shit. He was like, the stuff you got though. He was like, that shit's fire. And I laughed because I was like, yeah. And the fucking thing that made me bad about Bloom, dude, I swear to God, they acted like they didn't want to let me leave until I purchased something for one. Like, the chick kept getting in my way and shit, and I'm like, you know what? Because they were like, they had they had some like platinum. They charge like, what I got 2 for 50. They're charging like 45 a pop for the same vapes I got at the rec. And she thought that's what because I was looking at what flavors they had, and she was like, oh, do you want, you know, she was like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I can get you a few of these if this is what you're wanting. And I'm like, oh no, that's too steep. And she was like, oh, price ain't too bad. She was like, actually, I'm like, no, I was like, I already got some of those. I was like, I even pointed out, I was like, they're in my backpack right now. Like, I got some right now. Well, look, you got 5. A little over, it's like 5, almost 6. So make it 6.
It's just there's only 12 people left.
But yeah.
I don't have my heart.
I mean, it ain't bad. It,
Like I said, after my first time in Amsterdam, I was kind of upset. I was like, damn, I've been overpaying for weed all my life.
oh yeah, for sure. That's what I was telling. I was telling my brother, like, it's like the vapes and shit. I have to really, cause I mean, my thing is, if I can have my guy get me wax, but realistically, he don't fuck with wax. None of his people really fuck with wax. So, I have no idea what the grade's gonna be each time I get it. When if I go to the rec, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get good wax there. So that's one thing. But like buying flour, I don't know.
I'm getting so close.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know about going to a hab for flour. I could get it from the rec because I mean, really, I'll pay about the same price.
Next time the motherfuckers act crazy up there, and you going down, you trying to charge that crazy shit, you just tell them one thing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this ass. You about to lose.
Nah, but yeah, no, I feel that shit. That shit, man. It was, well, it's funny. It's funny too, cause like the shit they have in there, like for the price, it ain't. That ain't no 15. You know, like it's just not. It's not worth 15 a gram. Like I can get that same shit. I can get that same shit. I had the same shit like last week. And I was trying to tell my older brother that, but he's not listening to me. You know what I'm saying? He's 12 years older than me. I'm like, Dave. I'm like, dude, they're just buying. I'm like, you gotta understand. There's all these growers here in Michigan now, and some of them legal, some of them not, and the habs are just buying from people. So it's like, I keep trying to tell him. I'm like, I was like, dude, half that shit back there, it probably look the same. Like, cause what was the shit called? Hold on, I'll tell you right now. I got the vial right here. Grease monkey. Hey, look. I had some shit. My boy called it something else. I'm like, bro, they're just buying shit and putting a name and they're putting a label on it, bro. And he was like, well, I got Blue Dream. I got Blue. I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I'm like, but my thing is, it's probably not actually Blue Dream. It may even taste like Blue Dream. I had some shit 3 weeks ago that smelt and tastes like Tahoe. It wasn't. It was not Tahoe. But it smelt and tastes like it. You know what I mean? Like, it should be crazy. Because my brother kept trying to say, he was like...
Oh, you motherfucker. Oh.
Yeah, she's playing Warzone. Dude caught her in the bush.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
Babe,
She was bush camping. She was like bush camping. And come out and like... Bro, she's in a...
Dude, I literally just come out
she's
the
in a
building,
solo and I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. I can't help her right now.
You are allowing Kayla to have entanglements?
Man, she should have watched her corners, bro.
Oh, man.
I sound like my boy Jeremy now, cause like I get
I'm gonna pick Gabe
get
up
your.
tomorrow. I want him at least for a few days, and then come back over.
All right, cool, whatever. Come get his punk ass.
Gabe, come here.
Look. No, bro, I got, I got Gabe. I've been having Gabe so often. His mom just hit me up out of nowhere. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna come get him tomorrow. Like, I want him at least for a couple of days. She's like, I'll bring him back, but fuck. Like, yeah, come get the little fucker.
She says, I'm going to pick Gabe up tomorrow. I want him for at least a couple days and come back home. She misses you.
I mean, you know, you can't hate on that, but that's cool. You come right back.
She just messaged though, so.
Make a deal, hey. Get. Just did, I think, like the very first mission. Hey, hold on. After the prologue. Why don't you go on the store, on the PlayStation store? Because I got $10. Well, you spent.
Yeah, you're almost too late.
You spent a few dollars, but we're just gonna say you got 10 still. Okay. Go on the store, and then I'll take that 10.
So we gotta do till he gets back to
And when I get that, hold on. This next week, as I'm working, I'm gonna take and put some money with it. We'll get you like a $25 card. So go in there, look at some games, start okay, I'm just saying you may want to start brainstorming. Well, no, like he wanted. Well, either that or he can get a Switch card. I don't know. I don't know how much the games are on the Switch though. So.
Oh man, you might if you doing a Switch, man, you be well. It depends. So you be better off doing the
Use that to Switch Lite.
The Nintendo Online for the year. Things only like $13.
Turn that off for a minute.
A shitload of games.
Does it? I don't know. I don't know.
Turn that off for a minute.
I don't know how this shit works. He got one. I don't. I just. No, I wanted one. I just bro. Man, I can't save money, my guy. It just ain't. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet to where it's like the cost of fucking paying my bills and then spending money throughout the week for work. Just like I'm not even buying shit. Other than I got the vapes, but that I saved for like selling and that was like out of I kept selling a little of my personal weed that my stash I got.
Okay. Hey man, you gotta do the work for you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's my actual money I'm making. Like I managed to save like $200, and then it was like $3, and then I ended up getting in. You know, I broke that other Benjamin. And bro, I just cannot. I'll hit 3, and then I'm like, all right, and then I'll have to break it again. Something will come up, like Isaac will need some shit, or. And we're not getting the work weeks, realistically, that I want. Either it's one of two things: the weather's fucking us over, or realistically, my boss is letting Brian, our cutter, like for instance, this last time. My boss gonna let, like, it was, what was it? It was Saturday. We get done with the job. Our cutter, Brian, says, hey, I need to borrow your saddle. And I immediately looked at Ed like, you only got one, bro. Why, you know what I'm thinking, like, don't do it. But they're boys. They, you know, they've come up together, and I'm like, I'm looking at him, and Ed's like, for what? And he was like, well, I don't need a saw, and I need, like, one rope. He says, a guy needs me to get a drone out of a tree. Up north. Right. Okay, right? And I'm like, alright, well wait. I'm like, so this must be probably like an expensive ass drone or some shit. Like it ain't cheap. He wants his shit back. But it was the way Brian was being about it. I just kind of looked at Ed, looked at Brian like, I don't know. Well, that's you, Ed. That's your shit. Now, mind you, I did know Ed had just ordered a new one. Right? It was supposed to be there already though. So it was already late, so it's like, dude, you know, this is in there. You don't know if that saddle's going to be. If he don't come back by Monday, we ain't got no climber. We got 2 guys that are semi, like, they can get up there and cut some shit. They're just not Brian. But it was like, and sure as shit, tell me why my instincts are right. Brian disappears for, like, he didn't come back Sunday. We couldn't get a hold of him all day Monday. I got a hold of his old lady, Shannon. Like, Ed tricked her without me realizing it. He was like, Mike, let me see your phone. I'm like, all right. And the next thing you know, like, a random number called my phone. So I answered it. I'm like, hello? She's like, hello, this is Shannon? I'm like, oh, hey, Ed's looking for you. And she hung up. She hung up on me. He was like, I wish you'd have just handed me the phone. I'm like, you didn't tell me you called Brian. Like, I didn't know what you used my phone for. You just said, "Can I use your phone?" Like, you didn't, when you handed me my phone back, you weren't like, "Hey, if this number calls back, just hand me the phone immediately." You know? But then we couldn't get a hold of them most of the day Tuesday, which we got rained out. We didn't end up going to work Tuesday until like 3 o'clock. And we just ended up doing like a small-ass job. But it's just been like that for like the last 2 weeks. Like, not to mention his daughter wrecked our best truck, what, last week?
I'm gonna go into a plunder, see how far I get.
Oh, dude, I swear, I don't understand people that just hire people. I get people now that like want to drug test people, because like I'd be working with some loose people, and it's just like, damn, man. You know how people that be on opiates do that, like they rub their face, they rub their nose, especially like their nose. It's their nose. Like, I swear to God, if their hand was a cheese grater, they'd rub that motherfucker off. It'd be gone. His daughter, April, is all whacked out, obviously, on something that's a downer, bro. And, like, she was driving his one truck. Me and Ed are in Macomb County. And we're kind of like, we were all going to a job, and we pull up to the light. And dude, I could see it on her face. Like, I believe, like, the line blew out in the truck. It wasn't like she wrecked the truck, and it wasn't necessarily her fault, but it was a situation where she was so high. If anybody else would have been in the truck, they would have noticed, hey, the brakes are squishy, I need to pull over. Something's wrong. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really have brakes. Like, I'm stopping right now, but something's not right. And, dude, I saw it register. I happened to look over. And, you know, I'm passenger, and I look over, and I see her fucking trying to stop, and she just ass packs this dude, bro. She just missed their fucking $38,000 chipper. You know what I mean? She got out of the way of hitting that, but she hit this guy, and come to find out, dude works for the city. Dude works for fucking garbage disposal. You know, he's a garbage guy, and he's driving a company truck.
You should have seen Angela's face when I told her that.
Right? But the thing was, like, she's trying to tell me, she's like, Mike, I don't know what happened. She was like, all of a sudden I just didn't have brakes, and she was like, I thought to myself, I need to pull over and call my dad. But the whole time, bro, she's just rubbing them. I couldn't even see her fucking eyes, because her hand was moving so much in her face while she was talking. And I looked at her, I goes, April. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, you're high as fuck. I said, you know, you need to go sit in the truck. I'm like, you know, the guy called the police. I'm like, you need to go sit down. I was like, they see you, you're going to jail. And she was like, don't say that. I'm like, look, I'm not everybody else. I'm new. I know that. I'm not trying to be mean, though. I'm looking out for you. You need to be seen and not heard right now. I was like, and I'm just saying, I was like, if it was me, that's what I would be doing. I'd be out, you know, because I knew come to find her daughter, because her daughter drives, too, for her dad. You know, she's like 18, 19. Well, of course, she took the fall. You know, she said she was driving. And it was like, I told Ed, I said, man, you're a better guy than I am. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, dude, you can't tell me there's not... I mean, I get that there's a lot of people out there right now that are collecting all that unemployment and they don't want to work. You know, they're just like, fuck it, I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to chill for a minute until it run out. But, dude, I could find people that would drive for him. I just don't want to pay him. Like, I got a guy right now that'll work, that'll do the tree removal. He'll work hard, you know, throughout the day and drive the truck for him, you know, in the morning at the end of the day. But it's going to cost that at least $1,000 a week.
We forgot to stop and...
Because that's what he makes, though. He makes $1,000 right now. But he's got his license. He knows how to drive all the shit. He's not on drugs. He don't drink. He don't do nothing. He just works. And I told him, I'm like, fuck, man, I need a driver. You know, we keep ending up working at the hottest part of the day because we can't get to where we need to go in time. We're having to go take a truck and a trailer there, drop it off, then go pick up another trailer and bring it to the job site too, because we ain't got enough legal drivers. Or enough drivers that even though they're not legal, they're too fucked up. You can't let them drive. You let them drive, you're risking your shit. So, you know, and I told well, who'd I tell? I was telling Robbie, his granddaughter's boyfriend, like, dude, I got a guy. He was like, yeah, but realistically, what's it gonna cost that? I'm like, dude, he ain't gonna do it for less than $1,000. You know. And that was out of his mouth. I wasn't just trying to make him, you know, he was like, if I come work, he was like, I'd have to at least get 1,000. He's like, because technically Junior makes a little more than that. It's like good workers, you know, you gotta... I just don't get the... Fuck, man, why would you want them high-ass motherfuckers, dude? It's bad enough we got Russell. And Russell's alright. But, like, he's one of those, like, outright, everybody knows he's a junkie kind of thing. So, like, I swear, and he's loose about fucking himself up at work. Like, he'll fuck around and, like, grab a tree branch and try to throw it in the chipper, and it'll scrape the shit out of him. And then he's bleeding all over. Bro, I get, like, 6 feet from him when that shit... Ed'll be like, help him out. I'll point right at him. Look at the... Ed, no. Fuck that. Then make him move. I'll get it. Just make him move, though. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, what was that? 2 weeks ago, when for the first time I met him, we were smoking a joint, and fucking my brother-in-law Thomas handed it to Brian, which made me mad already. I already didn't want it back, because I don't know Brian like that. You know how I am. Me and you are a lot like, you know, with that when it comes to that. And I'm like, man, I'm like, fuck, because Thomas was like, what? I'm like, man, you just handed my doob to Brian. You look at Brian, you can tell he a druggie. Just because he snort this shit don't make him any better. You know, I'm like, nope. And then and then on top of it, it gets handed to Russell. I was like, all right, that's it. I'm like, look. Because Russell went to walk up and hand it to me. I'm like, nope. And he, like, I started to be a dick about it. And I'm like, hold on. You know, I felt bad. I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, I'm funny about that shit. Like, I was like, I was like, Thomas knows better. I've told him multiple times. Like, he's lucky I smoke with him. You know? I'm like, but being real, I'm like, I was like, you go ahead and have that. Oh, thanks, man. I'm like, don't, like, that. I'm just saying, like, just because I'm smoking in the general vicinity, don't walk up because I seem so nice. Like, you work too, you got a job, buy some. No offense, like, I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, you got this doobie this time, that's fine, here, you can have it, fuck it. Fuck, I got like fucking 50 grams and fucking roaches. I'm not stressing it. But realistically, like, I'm not playing. I don't, you know. Thomas is like, my bad. Like, yeah, dude, don't be doing that. He's like, I don't know how to say no. Like, look, I'll show you right here and now how. Just...
What's that about?
I already told him, like, look, I'm not trying to be a dick. I know you've told me what you do, and no, there's no judgment there. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, like, I know how that shit floats. My uncle used to do it, too. I'm not catching some shit because you be getting high. And because I told him that one day, and I was like, my uncle used to try to fucking throw shit at me about weed. Yeah, well, you smoke weed, you get high. Now we're talking about something totally fucking different here. You know what I mean? You're banging a needle that potentially, like, look, the first time I met Russell, bro, how I met him, Ed said, do you need something from the gas station, Mike? Because the rest of the crew were dicks and took off without us. You know what I mean? So we couldn't go. And he was like, you want something from the store? It's hot. I bet you're thirsty. I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I thought Ed was going to take us.
Stop. I'm so happy.
He looks at Russell. He says, Russell, you want to run them to the gas station real quick? I'm like, fuck it, all right. You know, I don't know the guy, but he seems cool. As soon as I opened up his passenger door, bro, I went to get in the back seat, you know, little back seat, because my brother-in-law was coming too. There's blood all up the door, dried blood. And then there's a big-ass fucking needle, you know, like one of the bigger gauge fucking needles sitting in the fucking, like, little cup holder area thing. I'm like, yep, never mind. Thomas, like, he come up behind me, went to, like, kind of push me to get in. I kind of scooted under him, let him, he was like, what, you're not going now? Like, nope. I'm good. He's like, what? I just kind of like pointed, walked away, like, yeah, I'm not getting in his truck. You know, you do you all you want. I'm not no judgment. I'm just not a party to it, you know. Fuck that. That shit crazier than hell. I don't understand. At least my uncle did that shit at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell Russell would just be loose as fuck with this shit. Just be doing it wherever. Nah. I'm straight. That's craziness. Thank God I've never developed a habit like that, or, you know, I'm yuck.
I'm gonna see how
My
far I
crew
can
says
get
I'm the
on
real life Smokey, though.
You hear me? I'm gonna see how far I can get on Thunder.
Because I'm always smoking.
Run down. Run out of your seat. Come here.
Ed likes me because I'll stay at the job site, you know, because we ain't got a driver, he's having to leave equipment and come back and get it. He'll be like, Mike, you got us? Like, what do you mean? He'd be like, you stay here, watch the tractor and shit? Like, I'll immediately pull my joint pack out, like, yep, I got you. Go hop in the truck, like, yep, I'm gonna light a doobie right now. Doobie time.
You can't really say shit. You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker frequently tell me to go smoke a joint.
Let's see how far I can get on
He'll
by
see
myself.
Brian or somebody will say something stupid to me. He'll see my facial expression. He'll be like, Mike. He'll point at his truck. He don't even say shit really now. He just point at his truck. I'll just nod at him like, yep, you right, you right.
Turkey, check kisses.
It's that time, ain't it?
Isaac.
No, I told him though, because see, they're all used to Brian, and what it is, like, I got real mad at Brian the last time because I was helping him with the ropes in the tree, and I couldn't hear him over the chipper because he's got that junkie voice, bro. He mumbles. You can't hear him. He's high all the time. You know what I mean? Like, look, I smoke a lot of weed, but I still talk fine. How am I supposed to hear you when you're talking like this? Trying to tell me to grab the orange and green rope. I don't know, man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a loud-ass chipper by me, but we get the shit chipped and shut it off. He's going to tell me and fucking Robbie, you turn that chipper on one more time, I'm coming down and I'm leaving. Call me when you're ready. Wait, what? I'm like, hold on. You heard Ed tell us to chip that, right? Like, he pays all of us. To throw that out there. I was like, now, you want to say that again? And he was like, you fucking heard me. I'm like, all right, Brian, what do you want me to do? And then he must have told her, because Robbie's like, quit being an asshole. He's going to be like, well, then you come up here, and I'll come down there and run ropes. I'm like, you know, I got irritated because of the arguing. Robbie was going to beat his ass. I was like, you just calm down. Mike, you go smoke one.
Junior, you'll be able to play.
Because I kind of told him, I'm like, this shit's going to keep happening. Like, my old lady we got a whip now. We got a whip now. I am my old lady, come get me. Bye.
Oh, yeah, you don't know we got a car now.
I told him, I was like, I'm not Thomas. Like, I'll leave. Y'all want to fuck around and not make money and make y'all look stupid? You can do that. I'm just not going to be here while you do it. Like, I'll dip. Because I even told him, I was like, and if it's a thing where you think, when you call me the next day and I show you ain't even got to fucking pay me. If I leave, I leave. That's fine. Forfeit it. I'm just not dealing with the shit.
Junior? Did you hear me?
He's a good dude. He just deals with a lot of bullshit. He's gonna tell me, he says it's sometimes what you deal with running a business. Like, no, man, look, hold on.
Do you need
I get what you're trying to say. No. You are dealing with this because this is what you got right now. You don't really have any other options. I understand that. Like, dude, I went from being the new guy that he hazed the fuck out of to literally being, like, the most relied upon person there.
But I watched you ride into battle. Please accept this gift. If you wear it, they say a spirit will lead you to whatever you're looking for.
I'm the only one that
Sounds
shows
like
up.
something you could use yourself.
Not with Mongols prowling
I
the
get
countryside.
everybody half the time.
But if it leads you to any flowers,
You
bring
know.
them to me. Or
And
other
I don't
traders.
get mad about it. Like,
we can
it's
use
cool.
them to
You
fashion
don't pay
dyes.
me any
I'll
more
remember
for
that.
it. It's cool.
Thank you.
Like, right now, it's cool. I get it. But, you know, I was like, me and you do need to talk. Like, I'm willing to take out a lot more responsibility. I'll find you some people to work. But, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta talk, bro. This bullshit that's going on right here.
If you can bring more,
look here,
it's
bud.
yours.
Look here, bud. We're gonna have to... Yeah. We're gonna have to do something about that. Like, Brian's really the only major problem. Like, let's find a different cutter. You can't tell me Brian's the only guy in Michigan that cuts trees that's willing to work right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll find a motherfucker. I'm not playing. Fuck that. Because it's just, I don't know, bro. This shit's just crazy. I mean, bro, I know, but look, I know you wouldn't put up with that shit, and I know I'm not crazy to not want to. Like, because I told him, I'm like, Ed, I'm like, look, I'm quick, and I'd be paying attention. Like, he thinks I'm not. I'd be watching every move that motherfucker make. All I'm saying, though, is realistically, he keeps having, you know, new people show up, or people he's worked before.
If you can bring more, it's yours.
Because other people aren't showing up. And you know, but my thing is people that don't know Brian well enough, or he's gonna end up with some new people, and dude, Brian's gonna fuck around and drop some shit on somebody. Or Brian's gonna fall the fuck out of a tree and kill himself. Like, dude, this ain't worth it, my guy. Like, this is crazy as hell. Come on. Like, he brave. He brave. That's all I'm saying. Only guy I've ever saw, like, unstrapped, unhooked, everything, just fall asleep in that motherfucker. He was, like, hugging the branch, kind of laying on it. I'm like, wait. I'm like, what's he... In the tree. And a big... Bro, he was, like, 4 stories in the air. Like, if he had fell, bro, dude, it'd have definitely broke some shit. He'd have definitely been in the hospital. It was a big-ass oak tree. And he was just up in that motherfucker, dude. Like, he had cut all the bottom leaves off, though, right? So it was, like, all bare on the bottom. And my buddy Robbie was, like, he's standing there, like, well, you know, at this time we had just met, but he's standing there shaking his head, and I'm like, what? I'm like, because I'm looking, because I'm at, like, the back, I can see, like, his back and shit, and the way he's laying, like, from the side, you know, so it's like, I can't see his face. And I was like, fuck, I laughed, I was like, I know it ain't funny, I was like, damn, that's kind of, I was like, he ain't got his harness strapped, like, he ain't got the safety line wrapped around the branch and rehooked, so if he slides one side or the other, he's just gonna roll the fuck off and fall, you know? And, I'm like, is he fucking, I was like, it looked like he's asleep. And Robbie's like, he is, because he was waiting on, his, safety line that he was gonna tie into his line before he connected it, and he had fell asleep waiting, right, for them to get it untangled, and fucking, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Robbie's like, I got it, and he grabbed the rope, because he had it, and he gave it a bunch of slack, and he fucking thwacked him right in the fucking face with it. Just, and then, you know, them ropes are thick, them ropes are heavy. I was smacked in the top of my head with one pulling out of the tree. That shit hurt. The top of my head was tender for like fucking, at least fucking like 3-4 days. Like, he smacked him right in the face where he's like, Brian. He was like, fuck. He caught it right after though, but it was like, you fucking sleeping? He was like, no. No, he was like, my legs are tired or some shit. Like, no, motherfucker, you're up there sleeping. He did it twice after that. If he wouldn't have had his harness, the second time, he'd have fell. Because, I mean, he was sliding then. Like, he literally fell asleep at an angle and just kind of stopped gripping for a sec. and just started sliding down the tree. Because we were even telling, like, he was nodding out. We're like, bro, you're sliding. He was like, no, I'm not. Like, bitch, you don't feel your legs jumping from the hooks bouncing in and out of the bark because you're not putting pressure. Like, please, motherfucker, wake up before you fall the rest of the way. Like, Jesus Christ. He ain't done that since, though. He just... I saw him real sick a couple of times, and he was an asshole.
Let me play. Because when my mom finds me
That motherfucker ain't got much time left. He can't do this much longer. There's no fucking way. How you gonna, it's bad enough that he does the heroin, dude, but how you gonna smoke crack all night? And not sleep either?
You have my thanks.
Thank you for all
Like, oh no, because, and he already told me this, he says Shannon will do all my dope. I'm like, what, smoke all your crack? He was like, no, she'll do all my boy. He was like, I won't have none left, I wake up. He was like, then I'm sick at work.
Hide it then.
Like, she'll find it. That's what I said. I said, hide it. He said, she'll find it. Like, man. Like, it's bad enough. It's like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, yeah. See, that's the thing, though. Like, honey, these are dope men. This isn't weed. You saw how fucking, or Big did some of his people. He'd run them all over town. Had them shitting on themselves, fucking dope sick as fuck. Nah, it don't work that way. Remember me telling you that Crystal chick, Ed had her driving, and fucking the one day she didn't go to work, the first day she didn't go to work, because she got all mad. Me and Ed pulled up on her and was like, are you coming? Ed was like, are you coming or not? And he was like, what are you waiting for? And she was like, well, he was like, we're late. She was like, well, you made me late for him. Like, what, you got appointments with fucking the dope man now? Like, what?
Don't move.
Alright, this don't make sense here.
Sensei,
like,
Shiko.
whatever.
Lord
It's whatever. You
Sakai's
know what I mean?
boy.
It's like, it's whatever, bro. Like, whatever. Don't go to work.
You survived Komoda.
I kept telling him, like, man, you're
Could have used your
you're
bow.
fucking with the people.
I was on my way when bandits attacked me.
Expecting them to return?
A samurai is never caught by surprise.
Here.
I'm sorry about Lord Shimura. He was a good man.
He's alive. Taken captive by the Mongols.
Then there's hope.
That's why I've come.
How's everything
Help
been
me
going
save
for you, though, bro? How you been doing?
I can't. My student is missing. A skilled archer.
Still grinding, you know, still doing your thing.
I'll help you look. Then you can both help me free
What's
Lord
up, brother?
Shimura.
Try and
for
keep up,
sure,
Sakai.
bro. I think I'd be indignant and pissy if I was. I mean, we're doing okay. We're, you know, we're not exactly fucking like stress free, you know, but we're not exactly struggling like we were, which is nice. Who was it? Somebody said something about smoke. They were like, well, it sounds like you're smoking good or whatever. I'm like, that wasn't ever an issue, really. I mean, here and there, I'd run out. But, like, I still got a buddy that still gives me a bunch of pot. I just can't afford to smoke specialty shit like I used to. Like, I can't just buy fucking first-generation Chem Dog and other shit and whatever I want, you know, anymore. Oh, shit. Oh, it's my brother.
He's gonna need a ride.
Hello?
What you doing?
What are you doing?
I fucking, forgot that the fucking bus only runs till 6.
Yeah, you need a ride, huh?
Yeah.
Where you at?
So, across from Walmart, at that gas station.
What Walmart?
What Walmart? What? Hold on. What Walmart? The one across from the Walmart we were just at?
No, not that one, the other one.
Which one?
Well, what is...
The one that Miller Road ends up on.
Miller and Karana.
Road, boss. The Karana Road, Miller, or Walmart.
Karana and Miller?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, we'll be there. Alright, I'm on the way. Alright, I love you. Bye. Fucking shithead.
Why did you go all the way out there?
And I'm the baby, right?
Why did he go all the way out there?
Oh yeah, he's living with me now. My older brother.
Yeah, you're going with me though.
I'm going, yeah, I said that's a thing. Nah, bro, he just got out of rehab. He called me, said, some people OD'd up there, bro. Like, he was at, like, a halfway house kind of thing. And he was like, you know, him not being right here, not to put him on blame, he damn near called me in tears, though. He's like, bro, I gotta get out of here. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I thought he fucked up or something. I'm like, what'd you do? He was like, I ain't done nothing. He was like, but dude, he was like, dude, it's a halfway house. Like, fucking motherfuckers coming back all fucked up, and then fucking, you know, he was like, fuck that, I don't want to be here. I'm like, alright, man. Thank God I had a vehicle. I ain't gonna lie, because the first thing I thought was like, fuck, how am I gonna get all this stuff here? It's like, oh yeah, I have a Jeep. I mean, he's doing good though. He's been here like 2 days. He ain't tried to drink or nothing, and I've kind of gave him ample opportunity to kind of go and do it. I need to know if he's gonna fuck up and fuck around on me now, to be honest. Like, I don't, if that sounds I don't know, man. I need, ugh. That's my only worry, is like, not that I'm gonna be on his ass. I hope he's just not trying to use me as a bridge. Cause he's like trying to bite the bar.
He's gonna try to get it.
Because even though bud's legal, he couldn't even smoke or nothing up there.
Good. You wanna go? Are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go.
It killed me too, because it was funny. He bought a bunch of weed and then went back there, right?
Is Liam sleeping?
I'm like, he was like, I kind of need to hurry up and get out of here now. He's like, yeah, like 9 grams of fucking bud and a bunch of edibles and this and that. I'm like, why why didn't you wait? I was like, I told you I got a vehicle out of took you.
I don't know how to
get. You know, like out of took you where you wanted to go. I don't know, like, he was like, then I was afraid to eat it. Like, yeah, I bet. Dave, why are you so happy and fucking joyful? Oh, because I got all fucking stoned? Want some? Like, well, I guess I'm getting off here though. I'm going to get him. So, oh yeah, I better say that.
11-minute drive.
But I'll be back though in like 11 minutes, so
no.
You can stay in the party if
Babe,
you want.
it's
If you're gonna be on.
minutes there, so about a half hour.
Oh, okay. So like a half hour. My bad, I just lied.
It's 11 minutes from here to there.
What? I can't say that.
Junior, can I have my other shoe? He gives me one shoe, takes off my other.
I believe it. Oh.
Junior, can I have my other shoe? No, it's not.
Oh, it's right there.
Well, it's not right there. Did it fall?
Alright. What? What are you looking at? I gotta go get your Uncle Dave. I was gonna say, you better not be. I wanna play my game. I wanna play my game. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Why are you looking like that? No. Then when they want you to play, don't play with them. That's how you do that one. I don't got what's wrong. You get the pink one, I get the black one.
He's a girl.
Alright, bro. I'll be back.